Hey guys, it's Kendra. Today I'm doing a video on my kind of go-to makeup that I've been doing lately. I haven't done a tutorial in a very long time, so I am barefaced right now and I just wanted to show you the products that I have been using lately. So I hope you guys enjoy this. It's going to be a talk-through video, so it might be a little bit longer and I will definitely be out of breath, so I might need to take some breaks every now and then. So yeah, let's get started. So first off, I'm going to be using a CC cream. I have been using this for probably a month now. It has been my go-to. My skin has been very uneven since being pregnant, especially around my nose. You can see it gets pretty red, and my chin, and that is just completely hormonal redness. So I like using a product that can really combat my discoloration. So what I do in the morning is I wash my face, I use a toner, I use a serum, and then I use this product as my moisturizer, my SPF, my primer, and kind of my foundation. It is the Iborian Korean Skin Therapy CC Cream. You can get this at Sephora. I am for sure going to be taking this with me to the hospital because it's just so easy. It kind of just does everything all in one. It's their high definition radiance face cream, broad spectrum SPF 25. I have it in the shade Claire, which is one of their lighter shades. So what I do is I take a generous amount, and it's white when you apply it, and then I just rub it on like I would a moisturizer. And I keep this with me actually in the bathroom, but I figured I would just take this out to show you guys. It kind of smells like sunscreen a little bit, like at first, but then it doesn't. And I apply a decent amount of this all over my skin. My skin will look a little red, obviously, right away because I am rubbing my skin, but once it settles, it changes color and kind of matches to your skin tone. I like this because it helps cover up my fine lines, it helps to conceal some of my blemishes, and just give my skin an overall radiance and even tone. And my skin has been pretty dry lately, so this has been nice to give me a lot of moisture. See how I kind of focus it around my nose because that's where I need the most coverage. And then I'll go back in with concealer where I need extra help. But my skin just needs like a little bit of a boost. So I like this for a little bit of radiance to make me feel a little bit more fresh and awake because my gosh, my sleep lately has not been the best. Except last night was pretty good. I actually only got up twice, which was insane. The night before that, I got up every single hour. It was awful. The last thing I will do with this is put a little bit on my eyelids because those get pretty splotchy. I get really veiny eyelids, so I like to have a little bit of something to help with discoloration, and then I'll go back in with an eye primer. There is that all over my face, and then it slowly kind of changes to your skin tone. You can see that it's just so much more even and smooth and flawless. For concealer, I'm using these two combined together. This is by Physicians Formula. It's the Concealer RX in Fair Light. I don't know if they have any other colors in this. They have a really bad selection of colors. So I apply a little bit of that on the back of my hand. It's a little light for me. So I mix it with this from Pure, which is the Disappearing Ink Concealer. And this is a little too dark for me, so I just kind of twist up a little bit of that. And then I go in the hollows of my eyes where I get really dark, and underneath my eyes. Now, since I haven't been getting much sleep, it shows underneath my eyes. And let me tell you, strangers are not afraid to tell you that you look tired. Like, people are rude. I just can't. I'm gonna put this on blemishes and any other areas that I need extra concealing. But I've just noticed that, like, since being pregnant, like, people, once they know you're pregnant, people just say whatever they want to say. I was at the post office and the guy was talking to me, and I was like, oh yeah, I'm having twins. And he's like, oh, you can't tell you're having, I wouldn't think you're having twins. And he's like, well, you do look really tired. I'm just like, really? Is that the nicest thing to say to somebody who's pregnant and doesn't feel too great? No, it's not. Let me know if you guys want a hospital bag video. I wasn't going to film one. I don't know if I am still. Because I honestly don't even know if I'm going to pack the right stuff, but I guess I could show you. Okay, so I'm just blending this all in. For my eyes, I'm going to put a little bit of primer on. This is a Lorac eyeshadow primer. Just for... I just have been doing like bronzer on my eye, like literally like 1 or 2 colors. Just if I'm kind of not really doing anything during the day, I don't need like a full intense eye look. For my powder, I've been using these two. I don't know, I just been switching back and forth. The It Cosmetics by Pores in translucent. I used to love this, but for some reason it was caking on me the other day, like creasing under my eyes. Also, I've been using the Everyday Minerals base in Bare, and this is the jojoba base. So I just have been taking the same brush I use for my concealer and pressing that right on top. And I don't like to use a ton of powder, just to lock in my concealer in place. And again, where I want a little bit extra coverage, so around my nose, my chin, and I'm doing that underneath my eyes too. This does have a little bit of color, which I usually don't like underneath my eyes, but. And then I'm going to take a little bit more of that and apply that on my lids as well. This powder is nice because it is not drying at all. If you guys have really dry skin, you will love this because since it's the jojoba base, it just like, it's really nice. Moving on to some bronzer. Using this is the It Cosmetics brush. I just like using kind of like a domed brush for my bronzer. I have been going back and forth between 1,000 bronzers. So I've been using the Cover FX one, and Suntan, my Hoola by Benefit, and also my Bare Minerals one a lot lately. So I'm going to use my Cover FX one because that's what I've been using the most lately. And what I've been doing with this is going in the hollows of my cheeks, and I've been going a little bit heavier with the bronzer because it makes me feel better about my face. So I go on my chin, then I take that underneath down to my neck. Sometimes I'll just warm this all around and then I'll go back in with a smaller contour brush and contour a little bit if I want a little bit of extra chiseling. Most of the time I just kind of brush it on. Okay, I want a little bit more of like a kind of luminous finish on my face today, so I'm gonna take my Kevyn Aucoin bronzer in the Celestial Bronzing Veil in Tropical Days, and it has like a gradient and it just has a nice shimmer to it. So I'm just applying this kind of like a blush and all the way around my face. Just for a little bit of glow. It's super pretty. I have to film another video today too, so whenever I film I apply a little bit extra than I typically would, just like day to day, because it is, I'm going with a little bit more of my Cover FX down here. My lights do wash me out, so I do need a little bit more, but not a ton. Okay, ooh, it's so pretty. Nothing better than being a little bit more tan. Okay, so now that I have this out, what I'm going to do is just take a fluffy eyeshadow brush and just take the bronzer and apply that to my lids. Not that I would necessarily always do my eyeshadow right now, but I have the product out, so I might as well. So I'm just applying this to my lid and then pushing that into the crease and up towards my eyebrow. Like, literally so easy. Same thing to the other eye. This is just a really nice fluffy brush. This is, I don't even know what this is by, but just something that is Very big and fluffy. So that's it for bronzer. Ooh, my skin looks really tan. So I'm going to, before I do like my, oh, the babies are moving so much right now. Before I do my blush and highlight, I do want to fill my brows in a little bit. So I'm taking this It Cosmetics, no, this is a Pure brush. I think it's just their angled eyeliner brush. And applying a little bit of MAC Charcoal Brown. Let's do this, you guys aren't covered by the mirror. Just to define my eyebrows a little bit more. For those of you guys who have babies, did you feel them like a lot more towards the end? Like, I thought I wouldn't feel them as much right now, but I feel them way more now, and it's like all day long. I used to just feel them like around like certain times of the day, like around 10 o'clock I always felt them, and around dinner time, but now it's like they are just crazy in there. And it was good. The doctor said that they have so much space, like their fluids are super high, which is so crazy because I didn't think there'd be much room left, but apparently they are just cruising in there like a swimming pool. My camera cut me off, but I applied some brow gel. This is the Brow Gal by Tanya Crooks, just all through my brows so that they stay in place. I packed a little hospital makeup bag, just like a few things, so keep that in there. Moving on to, let's put some blush on. So I have been using this one by Hourglass. Oh, actually no, I've been using this one a lot. NARS Madly or Hourglass Luminous Flush. NARS Madly is just a nude, but it's so, so pretty. So I'm applying it with the It Cosmetics Chic Blush Brush. And I just kind of apply it to the apples of my cheeks and blend that up towards my hairline. This just goes with anything. Like, it's so pretty and natural. I love it. This is another really good one for eyeshadow. I just like using like bronzer or blush for my eyeshadow. Kind of like pulls it all together. Okay, I've been going a little bit highlighter crazy lately. I am going to use I'll use Champagne Pop by Becca. This is Opal. I like Champagne Pop a lot better than Opal. I don't know why. I just think it looks better on my skin tone. So I'm using the Royal Brush, the Highlight and Glow 265, and putting that down my nose, on the tip of my nose. I've also been contouring my nose a little bit lately. I'm not going today. And then swirling this down the high points of my cheeks. And then you can go back in with a bronzer brush if you just want to kind of buff that in so it's all blended. It's just so pretty. And highlighter makes you feel a lot better about yourself too. That's kind of what I'm going for these days. Just since, like, I don't know, I just feel so big in my face lately. I'm going to put a little bit right above my eyebrow so it kind of lifts that area. And I like a little bit of glow around the forehead and on the tops of my lips and a little bit on my chin. So basically all over. And then I just kind of blend that so it doesn't look choppy. Now for eyeliner, what I've just been doing is putting some like powder on my upper lash line, and then sometimes I'll go back in with a little bit of liquid. But I'm just taking this black Jack color from my Naked Basics palette right on, like super close to my lash line. And I just take that all the way across. This brush is really, really good at getting super close. It's the It Brushes for Ulta in the Dazzling Liner and Brow. And it's so cute and glittery. I am going to put a little bit of liquid just to make it a little darker. This is the Stila Stay All Day Waterproof Eyeliner. So I just kind of press that right at the lash line. And you already have your pencil, or I mean shadow. So it's already kind of smudged. And then I will do a little bit underneath my eyes Typically I wouldn't, but since I'm filming a video later, I like to line my lower lash line just because it looks better on camera. But usually I've been skipping this. This is the Kevyn Aucoin pencil liner, my favorite pencil liner ever. So I put a little bit of that underneath and then take my eyeliner brush that I just used above to kind of lock that in place. And then what I have been doing is taking a kind of smudgy brush and going in with some shadow to blend everything together. So I'm just going to use this kind of warm brown color. You can use your bronzer and just buff that underneath your eye so that it looks nice and blended. And then you can go back in with another brush if you just want to make sure it's, you know, seamless. For my mascara, I've been using my Roller Lash from Benefit and my L'Oreal Voluminous primer. So I'm going to go in with the primer first, just to add a little bit of extra volume because my lashes have been pretty bad lately. I don't let that dry, I go right in with my mascara and I do a couple coats of this. I'm going to spray my face with the Pharmacy Skin Dew. This is the Hydrating Essential Mist and Setting Spray. I love this. Feels so good. It takes away any like cakiness that your makeup gave you. And for lips, what I've been doing is I've been using these the most often. This is Aveda Sheer Primrose. It is so pretty. Just like a natural nude color. And then the Aveda Nourishment Pink Lupine Gloss on top. And they taste really good too. Kind of mint, both are minty. The only thing I do after my lashes dry is go back in with a lash curler to give them a little bit of extra curl. And especially when you're using the Benefit Roller Lash, your lashes will stay curled if you curl them after like for a long time. This has just been my go-to makeup look every day that I do my makeup lately. Just very non-fuss, just kind of make me feel better about myself, I guess you could say. So everything that I used, like always, will be listed down below in the info section. I hope you guys all enjoyed this. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all very, very soon. Bye.